No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
The Boys is wild. It's like a crazy mix of total nonsense and things that seem ripped straight from the headlines. Take Homelander, for example, this Superman wannabe with a massive ego who acts just like a certain orange-haired ex-president. I mean, come on, a public trial and then a not guilty verdict? Sounds familiar, right? So welcome back to your nerdy show, and let's find out what happened in the episode 1. There will be spoilers, so be careful if you haven't watched it yet.
Or Plan B.
So Homelander's feeling pretty smug, right? Butcher's out of the picture, world's his oyster. Problem is, the oyster's starting to look a little, well, past its prime. Like, dude's taking a leak and finding white visitors. A sure sign his reign of superpowered terror is entering its midlife crisis. Here's the thing, Homelander thinks humans are his personal playthings. But even a supervillain gets bored with the same old toys, right? He tries to recruit some new muscle for the Seven, but the pickings are slim. We're talking a glorified border guard, the Warden, seriously? And a dude called Dognot whose only claim to fame is, well, let's just say it involves a dog and a very unfortunate ending.
I thought he ate a dog.
He ate out a dog. It's a big deal.
Imagine the frustration. Homelander's surrounded by yes men who wouldn't dare question him. Even when he tells the Deep to get friendly with A-Train, don't worry, he stops them before things get too weird. It's all just a power play to show them they're too pathetic to even disagree with him. Desperate for a challenge, Homelander seeks out Sister Sage, this chick who apparently has an IQ that makes even Einstein look like a kindergartner. Seems like Homelander's not just bored, he's craving some real intellectual stimulation. This could get interesting.
You can stay here, reeking of Taco Bell and loneliness.
So, Homelander waltzes in to see this super genius, Sister Sage. Dude's clearly desperate, practically begging for advice. What's the point? He whines. Save people, they cheer. Kill people, they cheer. It's all a big, meaningless loop. Homelander wants his name etched in history, a legacy that screams, I was here. But the problem is, he has the attention span of a goldfish and the emotional maturity of a toddler. No clue what actually makes him happy. Now, Sage isn't stupid. She knows Homelander wouldn't dare vaporize her. He needs her brains more than she needs his, well, anything. So, she throws him a curveball. You've been crushing ants with tanks, Homelander? Who's gonna build your victory statues then? Basically, if you scare the bejesus out of everyone, who's left to worship you? You gotta play the hero, swoop in at the last minute like some overpowered Superman knockoff. Caesar, huh? Homelander muses, a glimmer of twisted understanding in his eyes. He even throws Sage a bone, a not-so-subtle offer to join his little band of misfits, the Seven. Talk about a dysfunctional team meeting.
Me out of there and dropped how many bodies to do it without giving it a second fucking thought.
New characters. Buckle up, because things are getting crowded over on the Boys set. This season throws a whole new batch of characters into the mix. First up, we've got Jeffrey Dean Morgan, fresh off bashing walker skulls on The Walking Dead. He joins the party as Joe Kessler, a blast from Butcher's army past. Not much is spilled about what Joe's gonna do, but considering Butcher's chugging Compound V like it's going out of style, and let's be honest, the stuff is basically brain poison, maybe Joe's here to help pick up the pieces. Literally, Butcher's seeing ghosts and hurling his guts everywhere thanks to the super soldier juice. Yikes.
Fuck you! Oh.
Speaking of Butcher being desperate, dude's so obsessed with getting Homelander's kid away from the psycho dad that he almost throws Huey under the bus to team up with the slimy Victoria Neuman. Thankfully, a ghost pep talk from his dead wife, awkward, steers him back on the right track. Looks like Butcher's gotta get creative. Speaking of ghosts, seriously, this is getting weird. Huey's mom rolls up out of nowhere after his dad gets carted off to the hospital with a stroke. Guess we won't be seeing much of Huey's pops this season. Sorry, Simon Pegg. Gotta film another mission? Impossible. But hey, at least Mom's here to pick up the slack. Oh, and speaking of unexpected returns, there's a new Black Noir. They even cheekily kept the same actor, Nathan Mitchell, since, well, you never saw the old Black Noir's face anyway. Talk about a dark and slightly hilarious way to keep a character going. Why the chaos everywhere? So, Homelander throws a private fan meeting, right? Sounds wholesome. Except it involves him ordering Deep, Black Noir, and A-Train to beat 3 dudes to death with baseball bats. Brutal, messed up, and of course everyone just follows orders because, well, Homelander, even the new Black Noir, who unlike his silent predecessor, actually speaks. Can't help but mutter a disgusted, "That was messed up." Talk about a first day on the job, huh? Meanwhile, across town, Homelander's on trial for publicly murdering someone. Shocker, I know. But guess what? He walks. No surprise there. The justice system in this world is about as broken as A-Train's moral compass. Outside, things get heated. Homelander's fans are throwing down with Starlight's supporters, led by the ever-optimistic Annie. Things are looking good for Starlight's whole Hold Heroes Accountable campaign, until enter Sage, the super genius with a seriously twisted agenda. She crashes Starlight's rally disguised as a Starlight supporter and, bam, riot time. The boys jump in to try and play peacekeeper, but there are just too many plants in the crowd stirring things up. To top it all off, A-Train, that lovely fellow, speeds through the chaos, running over the dead bodies from Homelander's little fan meeting earlier. Now it looks like Starlight's crew are just as violent as Homelander's goons. Textbook manipulation, that's what this is. Just like Sage advised, Homelander's creating a big, messy situation so he can swoop in and play the hero. But the real question is, what's Sage's endgame here? This chick clearly has a master plan, and it can't be good news for anyone. Let's end this here. We'll be right back with episode 2. Till then, bye-bye and take care, folks.
What the hell do you want from me, Becca?